And from now on out, we work for good old Lucien Lachance, and we are actually collecting missions from drop-off points. So I'll do this for a little while, but I think this is the end of the Dark Brotherhood. I have to look a little bit more into it, but I have a feeling like from here on out, it's just like going to be different mission drops. There's not going to be any part of being part of a guild. I think the mission drops become repetitive, become the same mission drops after a while. That's kind of what they do in Skyrim, so I'm assuming that's the same case here. But we'll do one. We'll do at least one of them. But yeah, I think we have gone through the Dark Brotherhood quest, which ends up summating and killing all of our brothers and sisters in the guild, which is pretty insane, but very fitting for an assassin's guild, I guess. They said there's a mission for me here somewhere. It's like hidden in a rock or under a rock, or it seems a little bit on the obscure side to find. So it's in particular this rock, maybe. Okay, dead drop orders. I have visited my first dead drop location, received my next contract. I have received my new orders from Lucien Lachance. I must go to Leaf Rot Cave and kill the necromancer who has begun the process of transforming himself into a lich. This necromancer, Celadane, has not yet completed his metamorphosis, but is still incredibly powerful. Possibly too powerful to kill if faced directly. I should search the cave for Celadane's writings to try to discover his weakness. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut through that. Alright, here we go. We are at Leaf Rot Cave, and we are facing a necromancer. Oh yes, it's very dank and dreary. Haha, fortunately, ghosts don't like silver. Otherwise, I'd be screwed if I had any normal weapon. Ha! Skeletons are easy. Whenever I see a skeleton, it always makes me think of, like, Ray Harryhausen. The old skeleton claymation. You know, the claymation with the, stop-motion skeletons. Okay. We are looking for a necromancer, Seldion, or whatever, Seldion. Ooh, that guy looks like he could make me a little sick. Zombies. The trouble with the Elder Scrolls is, unlike a lot of video games, you can actually get sick in the Elder Scrolls, especially in the older games. I don't think it's as bad in Oblivion, but like in Morrowind, you know, there's just so many things that can give you diseases. It's just like, you know, doesn't matter what happens. Like if you walk 10 steps. But I think like one of these, the zombies can give you a disease, not turn you into a zombie, but can give you like some kind of sickness. Oh my gosh, the guy's got some for having no jaw and nothing going on, he sure can hit hard. Alright. I think they'd be weak because they're like all decaying and stuff, but apparently they pack a punch. Gosh, leave me alone. Whereas by the time I get the Necromancer, I'm gonna be like pretty worn down, I have a feeling. Dead ends everywhere. This looks like some kind of central chamber. Perhaps I can uncover some writings from said necromancer. His creations don't get me first. Oh my gosh, so grumpy. All right. Entry 1. My initial findings may have been inconclusive, but they set me on a path I'll pursue until I achieve my goal, or lie rotting in this cave. Either outcome will be a welcome respite from the days and nights I've spent toiling without food, water, or any kind of companionship. A lesser mage would have fallen prey to madness by now. I am sure of it, but I am not a lesser mage. Though they try in earnest, though their hearts and minds are true to the teachings of our great sovereign, my fellow necromancers lack the complete dedication required to achieve the ultimate of goals, the state of lichdom. Not even a Falcor himself can match. Falcor? Like, the never-ending story, Falcor? Not even Falcor himself is a Falcar, can match my sheer... I discovered the journal of the necromancer Celadane. It appears he had used the magic hourglass called the Sands of Resolve to turn himself into a lich and extend his life indefinitely. The process is not yet complete, however, and the hourglass must remain on Celadane's person for some time, as it contains his life force. If I could remove the Sands of Resolve from Celadane's possession, perhaps through pickpocketing, he would surely die. Interesting. So we just gotta find good old Saladin. Tenacity and my willingness to accept failure on any level. That's why I, Celadane, will soon join the ranks of the worm Earmites, whose servants favored our sovereign above all others. I will sit with honor and obedience at his right hand while those fools in the Mage Guild grovel at my maggot-ridden feet. Even the most pedestrian peasant fairy tale has long held that a lich must somehow remain bound to his soul. That connection most commonly manifests itself as a transference of the spirit into an actual physical object. An urn, a sarcophagus, a crystal phial. One Khajiit fairy tale even tells of a lich who preserved his spirit in the severed head of a wood elf infant. The same peasants long comforted themselves in the belief that if they ever had the grave misfortune of facing a lich, they would need only find the vessel containing his spirit form and then destroy it, thus destroying the lich himself. Fools in their folklore, true liches possess no such weakness. Can one of the sovereign's worm Emetrites be bested by shattering a glass vase? The very notion is so absurd as to be comical. Yes, necromancer must transfer his soul into a physical vessel, but once that transference is complete, once the necromancer has fully metamorphed into his lich form, the vessel is inconsequential. But it's the process of this transference itself that has eluded me for so long. My soul remains bound to my earthly body, and nothing I have attempted has allowed me to free myself of this mortal coil and transcend to the state of lichdom I so dearly desired. Entry 3. Every tome I've acquired, the volumes upon volumes of necromantic discourse, all useless. I have grown disgusted by the years of wasted life that have been poured into these so-called essential writings. Who in their right mind would ever wish to animate a month-dead cerodilic butterfly or bring life to the rotting husk of a rare albino mud crab? How many months have I wasted away in this cave? And for what reason? Ah, yes, I know. I will resurrect an army of deformed goblin younglings and march on White Gold Tower itself. That, at least, is my reach. My mind has become a cesspool of necromantic waste, where reject spells and rituals compete for the honor of finally driving me completely insane. And still I am no closer to achieving my goal than I was when I first began this process. Am I losing faith in myself? In my discipline? Perhaps I have been studying too hard. Many a night I have sacrificed my prayers to our sovereign for one more experiment, one more incantation. What I need now is rest. Rest in a state of tranquility, so I may commune with our sovereign and repledge my loyal devotion. For what answer will I find in some crumbling codex that could not be supplied by our great sovereign himself? Entry 4. The secret is mine. So long I searched, so hard I toiled, but I was a fool. I was right to forego my studies for a more ardent devotion to prayer. Last night, as I sit in the throes of meditation, our great sovereign did come to me. He passed to me the knowledge I have sought for so long. The secrets of transcendence were even more complex and arcane than I could have imagined, and I will never transcribe them into any written work. Indeed, they have never been recorded. All my months of solitude were for naught, as the secret I had so desperately sought could be obtained through direct communication with our great sovereign himself. Soon I will walk the earth as a worm ere might, serving the sovereign in a state of endless undeath. Through the sacrifice of many innocents, the resurrection of many servants to aid me in my tasks, and tireless performance of a nearly week-long ritual, I have completed the construction of the Sands of Resolve. The transcendence to full lichdom will not be immediate, however. The vessel has been crafted, but my energy force, my soul, must be fully transferred into it. Not even our sovereign was quite certain how long this process would take. It varies to one necromancer to the next, based on many factors, both physical and spiritual. One thing, however, is certain. This hourglass must never leave my possession until the transference is complete. I grow more powerful every day, but in truth I am more vulnerable than I have ever been. If something were to happen to the Sands of Resolve, wink wink nod nod, hourglass somehow leave my person, the connection between soul and vessel would be severed. To think that my work, my life, could be eradicated so easily after I've come so close to success is almost more than I can bear. Interesting. Yeah, the writing in this game is like pretty unparalleled compared to a lot of other open world adventure games. They're just really cool. Guys, like this episode, and you stumbled across this playthrough. I have a series on my channel where I read through Skyrim books called Skyrim Book Club, and it's pretty crazy that the attention to detail in the writing of Skyrim. It's pretty cool. All right, so I gotta find this necromancer, preferably when he doesn't know I'm around, and I've gotta sneak up on him. And that was not the way to go. Atmosphere is so oppressive. What if he's locked himself in here for some reason? Nice. Yeah, this is probably a bad idea, but go. Here, oh, as I slowly levitate to the ground. Okay, there's gotta be... Our lich friend has gotta be shambling around here somewhere. Oh no, you saw us.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm!
Yeah. Oh, there he is. There's the guy himself. Oh, what a bird. So dramatic. And he's invisible.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Maybe? You gotta be so discouraging, though. Oh my gosh. Let's give this another go. But first, oh no. Ha! Ha! There we go. Ha ha! Yeah, I mean, I thought the Dark Brother quests were going to get kind of boring after this, but that was actually kind of an interesting quest idea. Get me out of here!
Oh.
I just took somebody's rib cage. So I can, if I ever tell a joke, I can literally rip somebody. I can take a rib and just like hit them over the head with it and rib them. No. Maybe? Yes. Oh, leave me alone. Oh my gosh.
What's that?
Nothing.
Let's get this over.
Oh, come on. There's no way you saw me. Note to self, always save every 10 seconds. sucker. Take that. Goodbye. So it looks like we pick up our reward for whatever bounty we're doing. So it's all like we go to these shops, pick up our bounty. Oh my gosh, this is definitely not the right direction I wanted to go. Was it this way? It was this way. And it was up here. All right. All right. What do we got for our drop? Where's our... Craziness. Stuff everywhere. Hit an invisible wall. Okay. Yeah, interesting. We might do a handful more of these, but I have a feeling that eventually they run out. And we did do kind of the core Dark Brotherhood quests. But so far, so interesting. So as long as it stays interesting, I'm up for seeing whether jobs good old Lucien Lachance has for us. But how do you say I am... Yeah, like... I think the core Dark Brotherhood quest is over, and now we're just like doing. Oh, you know, we'll see what other quests there are, but you know, eventually it'd be cool to get onto like the Fighters Guild or Mage Guild and just try some different things. But so far, I've been extremely impressed with the Dark Brotherhood. I think it's going to get a very high rating when I do my overall review of the game when it's over, because it's just some of the best written quests. Just very, very interesting. Let's see.
Hello. What is it now?
Should be here somewhere.
Disturbing rumor. Someone told me Francois Moutier has been murdered by the Dark Brotherhood. It's not true.
At a dead drop, at an old sack hidden in the bushes beneath the great oak.
You heard Renoir got some new books in stock.
He did. Excellent.
Ooh, what is that? Nice. Crazy. I must kill every member of the Draconis family.